I'm your host, Destiny Sidwell.
I'm also your host, Sarah Crowley.
And this is Bookmark'd.
Live from our New York apartment. Guys,
Live
that was a joke.
from New York, it's Saturday night.
It's Friday afternoon, no, Friday morning. If you're watching video, you already know what's happening. But last podcast episode we were here, we did say we moved in here. We didn't move in here. This is our hotel. Rachel, well, no, actually, let's wait for Miss Destiny to say. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to Bookmark'd podcast. Today is a very, very special episode because we have our first ever, we have our first full episode
guest.
Special guest.
Yeah.
Special guest.
Hey guys.
Who wants to guess who it is?
It's like the Princess Diaries.
And we
That's what we should
unveil
have
it.
done.
A princess.
And this is our princess, Miss Rachel. So we have bestie Rachel Catherine on our podcast all the way from Australia, which is so crazy.
Yeah, go ahead and tell everybody your address, social security number. Wait, do you guys have social security numbers?
Mm-mm. What is that?
So that's
basically
like,
your whole identity.
that's like if you lose your social security number. Like when you're born, you get a number assigned to you.
Anyway,
I'm sure they've
this
thought
is what
about it.
happens. We go off on like the most random things ever. Anyway, this is Rachel. If you don't know Rachel, she makes her book content, her lifestyle content on YouTube. She is the queen on YouTube, and we have her on our podcast, and it's so exciting. So, would you like to introduce yourself? Your name, what
Hey,
you
guys.
do?
I'm Rachel. I feel like you kind of, I do YouTube, BookTube.
We could talk about how you got into it.
How did I get into it?
Well, you can start from the beginning. Like, so you
Like
can
my whole life story.
So go ahead and tell us, like, when
Sorry.
you were
How'd
born.
maybe how you got
I
into.
was born on.
You start from the very
It
beginning.
was a bleak day, and I was born.
I
Yeah.
have no idea what day it was.
I mean, you wouldn't remember that,
no.
unfortunately. You know, like in the movie Inside Out, where it's like that's your first memory, but then it goes
Yeah.
hazy after a while.
I think about that movie a lot.
No, so do I, because it's like, is that my head?
Yeah.
Like my
that's
little.
the closest thing we
little
have
people
to like
in
a
the head.
visualization
I feel
of
like-
what goes on in there.
Whoever came up with that is genius,
yeah.
because like I feel like that
100%.
does explain it very well.
Yeah.
Especially the new one. I think it was done really well.
Oh, the new
Yeah.
one was
So
so
good.
good.
So good.
So good. What emotion are you? Like, what emotion do you think out of the... Did you watch... You watched it with your mom, right?
Mhm.
What emotion do you think is, like, you at its core? What's your big three?
Our big three, but inside out. Who's the three top in my head?
Who's your...
Who's working
guys-
overtime up
You
here?
guys watched the study earlier? Triplets?
Mhm.
No.
Top 3 cheeses.
You love that one.
I watch
Sorry,
the little
sorry.
TikTok clips when they come on like my page, but I don't think I watch them.
Sorry, anyway.
I don't know.
Top 3
Do you have a big three that's in your head? Like
Do you
who's
have a big three of, like, who's, like... Okay.
who's
so it's, like,
overtime working?
who's working overtime?
Yeah.
Well, literally, when me and my mom watched the movie and it was depicting anxiety, my mom literally looked at me and was like, "That is you." Like, that's like, I can tell, like, that's your, like, and I'm not even saying that to be annoying. Like, that's like actually like everything, even like the inner monologue and what she was saying, like, that's my thought process. And then I would say sadness. So just like bleak, like, oh, like, this is
No
not.
emotions are bad.
No emotions are bad emotions.
No
I would
emotions
not
are
say
bad.
joy is nowhere in my top 3. I think disgust. Like, disgust is
I
like
can't
mine.
remember the new ones.
Oh,
Other
it was
than
like
anxiety.
boredom.
Envy.
And then embarrassment. No, embarrassment may be in my
Nostalgia.
But
If
you're,
you
it's
can
not
count
time for you
nostalgia.
yet.
Nostalgia's the old.
Yeah.
I don't.
Remember when?
Yeah, they're like not yet. We haven't hit
That
that
is
point.
me though.
I know.
Remember yesterday? Like, I get nostalgia.
Like remember? Like remember yesterday?
Yeah.
Nostalgia came yesterday.
I don't know my top 3. I think I would have to be. I think nostalgia would be one of the big
Really?
ones. Yeah, I think nostalgia. I can't remember what was the new ones again.
It was
Anxi-
envy,
and- yeah.
boredom, and then embarrassment.
Oh,
and
the girl that's
anxiety.
scrolling on her phone the whole time.
Anxiety.
That one.
Boredom's the purple
that is
one that's
literally
just
me.
like,
Yeah.
that is you.
What's her name? She has like a
It's like,
I
it's
forget.
It's something French.
Yeah. Okay, that one.
Halloween.
And I think I have some joy in me.
I do
I
think
think
joy.
joy
I
is
think
inside
joy
me.
controls your board. I do,
Okay.
and it's a beautiful thing.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Yeah, I definitely have joy up there somewhere. She's helping a little.
She's like pushing the controls.
Yeah.
Like I feel like she's always there guiding whoever else is in control.
Yeah.
Like even if you're like the purple board,
Mhm.
it's like, but it's like joyful board.
Yeah. My mindless.
Well, that's
scrolling.
like the mixes between them. Like, did you see the TikTok that was like showing all of the like when this
They're-
and this, and then it combines to make
Mhm.
this, like fear and joy is excitement,
Mhm.
and then like
you have all the other
Yeah.
moods from that.
What's your
Yeah.
big three?
Yeah. What's your top?
I think, well, my friends and I joke that mine is fear. like, I think I'm more fear than anxiety, like the way it's depicted in the movie.
I forgot fear.
Like, fear is me.
I don't remember fear.
Just like,
Oh, okay. He's the skinny
He's
one.
an OG.
yeah, he's an OG. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
wait.
the purple guy.
I think he wasn't in a lot then.
Is
I can't
anger
remember.
one of my
He's the one who's like, we're suppressed emotion.
Yeah, I do like him.
Yeah,
okay.
that's my, like,
That's a
number
good one.
I think joy, maybe. And then my third one.
It's like hard.
Maybe sadness.
I think we all got a little bit of all of them in us, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we all can like see ourselves in every little mood.
Yeah.
That's why when
Oh,
I
yeah,
left
I mean,
the
it's all
movie, I was
emotions.
like, every emotion I was feeling, I was like, oh, joy's up here. Like
Yeah.
I'm feeling sadness right now.
Yeah.
Like you could depict. It's good for people that are watching it too to help
I think
figure out their
great for
emotions.
kids as well.
Mhm.
Like,
I think it's a
Which
really
we had
healthy
that.
outlet for
Yeah,
kids.
me
when we
too.
were growing up.
Yeah.
Ennui. You're
Because
right.
she's like, I'm gonna call you wee wee.
you were just in Canada. You know the
Do you speak
French.
French? You guys were like doing a little bit
Bonjour.
more than me.
Excusez-moi.
It probably sounds so pretty.
It sounds so.
I
they
love
sound
when people have a
very
French accent.
lovely.
We should talk about how your trip so far, because I want to hear about like Canada. I've never been to Canada.
Yeah,
Have you been to Canada?
I mean, one day.
No, but when you said in your vlog about them being French, I was like, I do feel like there, like I have heard that there's the
Yeah.
part that you were in, but it's like,
Mhm.
God, what is it
I have
called?
a friend
Like,
from
I think there's
Canada.
a lot
She
of
speaks
French.
primarily
They're-
French.
What
with
is
her-
it? It's
her
like
friends.
French provinces or something.
Mhm.
Like there's some that are just primarily.
Yeah.
I don't understand Canada.
Like, I feel I don't want to like sound like an idiot, but I'm like I did no research.
You
but-
were there for what? Less
One
than
day.
24 hours?
you weren't
I
like
think we were, like-
visiting Canada.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
like kind of going through.
Let's talk about how you. I was confused when like you traveling from Australia, you know how the world like you look at all the like which way you go to come to America. There's
Yeah.
like different ways you can land
Yeah.
in different places. Like
Depending
Canada's
on where
one of
you're
the
going.
spots. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can fly all the way to LA, or you can fly to Canada. Like you did Canada.
Yeah, I don't really know. I can't remember why we did Canada, but we went to like a travel agent. They were like, you can go this way, you can go this way, you can go this way, and we were kind of like, Canada kind of sounds fun.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to go through LA because like LAX was just like scary to me. Like
It's
I was
like
like, that sounds
closer
scary.
this way from Canada too. If you're coming to like Boston
Yeah.
and New York, is it easier?
Well, you like have to land like we landed the other side of Canada 1st in Vancouver, which is like same side as LA.
yeah, the west side.
So you're either gonna like do LA or I think some people go through Hawaii. Like I don't
That's
actually
fun.
know. Yeah.
There's so many options.
Yeah,
That's so fun.
yeah. But yeah, we flew from Brisbane, which is where I'm from, to Vancouver, which is 13 hours. Then we had a 2-hour layover, and then 5 hours from Vancouver to Montreal, and then we stayed there for 2 nights. So we
Oh,
got there
okay.
like at night.
Mhm.
Like obviously went to bed, woke up, had one full day, and then we left the next morning to go to Boston, which was like an hour and a half or something.
Yeah, that's
flight,
not bad.
Like so quick.
Yeah, Canada's
I love
closer than
quick
you think to
flights.
like the east side.
Yeah, yeah.
Of the United States. Obviously, we're connected, but like I told you, I could like drive to Canada from Jersey.
Yeah.
It's so much closer than you think.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can literally just. That's crazy.
Never been though, but I have the opportunity to go. But it sounds so cool. It looked so pretty in
It
your
was
vlog.
so
it looked
pretty.
stunning.
Like I loved it.
Yeah. So like
And
in
we
the
only
fall
were
would
there
be
for
pretty
such
there.
a short time.
Isn't that where Carly Fortune's books takes place? Is Canada?
I think so. And Chestnut Springs.
Yeah.
I think someone messaged me.
Yeah.
that's
It's a
in
Canadian
Canada.
small town.
Does she live in Canada?
Yeah, she's Canadian. Well, no, I don't think she lives in. Actually, don't know where she lives, but I know she's from Canada.
It's crazy.
I don't know if she's
Crazy.
still there.
I only realized when I was there because
Yeah.
someone DM'd me.
I noticed that in the first book too, that it takes place in
Right.
Canada, but I don't know really what.
Do you feel like Canada is like really different from the US?
I don't know enough, honestly.
No, because I watch like Canadian YouTubers, and I like feel like it almost just
Similar.
reminds. It's like everything kind of feels the same a little
Yeah,
bit to me.
I
like-
watched Mia Maple from Canada, and she seems like she would live in like America, like same vibe as like Americans. I feel like,
but
not
it's
far
a lot
off.
different of a vibe there.
Well, Canada. Do you have a favorite part? I know you weren't there long, but is anything
Yeah,
your favorite?
we were only in Montreal, so like that is like the tiniest piece of Canada. So I don't want to sound like I've like
Experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was like literally one day, but I loved old Montreal because it was just like all the old buildings. I love an old building.
It
I
has
don't know what
history.
it is about it. Yeah, it's just really cute.
Yeah.
Like it feels like a little European.
The
Yeah.
architecture's beautiful
Town.
in old buildings.
Yes.
Like they really,
Very pretty.
they put their work in.
Yeah. It makes me sad that they don't build things like that now.
Okay, then you went from Canada to Boston. How long were you in Boston?
I think like 4 days.
Oh, you had enough time in there. What was your favorite part of Boston? Coming to
It-
like for the
it
first
felt-
time
it-
stepping foot into US.
I think specifically coming from Montreal, where everything was in French and then suddenly everything's in English again. It's just like, oh.
Huge culture shock.
Yeah,
you were
like,
in
it
3
just felt
countries
different.
in the span of like a week,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Exactly. But, and also like Boston accents, like the really strong
Yeah,
Boston,
Jake.
that's
Strong.
fun.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
the Boston accent. I don't know, it's just really fun. It feels like a movie to me, because obviously we in Australia grew up watching so many American movies.
Yeah, like what did you think like when you thought of America and then coming here? Like, is there anything like you thought that like it hyped up in the movies,
Hyped up.
or it's the same that you thought?
I mean, I think it's probably just a bit more like magical in the movies. Like obviously,
Yeah, they're
when you
romanticizing.
yeah. But that's anything in like any TV show, any movie. It's the same as like we read small town romances, and we're like, oh my gosh, that looks so perfect, and we're like, we'd probably get actually really bored living in a small town. Like,
She's like, I want to live.
I've
there.
always said that I think I could live in a small town because if
you don't like
The-
leaving your house.
I don't like leaving my house,
Yeah.
and then the fact that you like when you know everybody, that would actually be really comforting to me. Like not having to meet new people. Like I
Yeah,
just
like,
know the
everyone's
same
just
people
very
every day.
like friendly.
Yeah.
And I don't need to go to the big stores. Like, yeah, I love going to Target, but if they had like a convenience store that had everything that I need, I'm fine. Like, I can go to Target once a month.
Yeah.
I go to Target because I can.
Yeah,
That's true.
But if I didn't have it, I would be fine.
But it's true. I feel like watching things and reading things is like you romanticize
Yeah.
it
It's
just, like,
more.
Bro, New York is romanticized. Like, we're
New
all
York
going
is
through it. But we
romanticized,
were even
yeah.
talking about last night. We were like, I would not live here though. Like you go like, oh my gosh, like, I could live here. But
Yeah.
then like when you start thinking about like we start talking realistically like groceries,
Yeah.
winters,
2 types of people. You either can handle New York City or you just you're here to visit
and none
Yeah.
of us
and be a
can.
tourist. Yeah.
And we are here to visit.
Yeah. I say when I told them when I visit, when me and Chris come here, we're like, if we're feeling it that day, we're like, yeah, we could move here for a little. But if we're not feeling it, we're like, I don't know how people do this.
No.
I don't know how people live here day to day.
It's so overstimulating.
Yeah.
I literally saw a TikTok this morning of a girl walking in New York, and somebody walks by her and tries to hit her in the head with a clock, but she like ducks, and then sirens start going off like she's in the middle of the street.
Yeah, there's a lot going on at all times, for, like anywhere in the city.
We got off the train from Boston and hopped straight onto the subway to come to the hotel. And there was literally a guy in the subway playing the violin.
Yeah.
And it was like, I was like, this is the most like New York.
Yeah,
like,
very normal.
Like, obviously like expected, because it's
Yeah.
just like, everyone says you just don't know what to expect in the subway. But it was just like, I'm so glad that we had this experience, because
Yeah.
it just felt like so quintessential New York
Yeah,
City.
you expected it.
And he was amazing. Like, he
Yeah.
was like,
They are good.
You'll
so
see like the
great.
New Yorkers that like they live here because they don't like turn
Yeah.
any. They're just so used to like
Oh, yeah, we
everything
don't.
around them. Like
Yeah.
I'll start staring at things because I just like
Yeah.
need to know what's always going on,
Uh-huh.
and that's how you can like know who's a New Yorker. You're like they do not care. Do you think Boston and New York City, like the cities, I think I asked you this last night, are similar in like any way? Like first impressions.
I guess they're both like in the States I've only been to Boston and New York City, so like I can't compare it to any other place in
Yeah.
the States. But they both just feel like American cities to me. Like New York City is way busier.
Yeah, another scale.
Yeah, and like
so big. That's why.
New York City is a grid, which I love, and Boston is not. So it's a bit harder to, I don't know, just like know where to go. Like, I mean, I'm using my maps the whole time anyway.
What does that mean?
Like in New York, the streets are like and like you can just like if something's on 23rd Street, you can literally like count the
Yeah.
blocks that you need to go to like find it. Like you can kind of find it without a map. But Boston is just like
Yeah, there's no like straight
Yeah.
streets and stuff. Yeah.
you've got to pull up your like Google Maps to like figure it out, which is fine. Like that's what I would do at home anyway, because
Yeah.
I don't live in a city that's a grid either. But I love that New York is so like easy to
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Was there any places you tried, like American, that you tried that's been your favorite?
Like food.
Anything or gone anywhere?
I loved Tarte in
You did,
Boston.
yeah.
I loved it. We went multiple times. I loved the coffee. I loved the food. I loved Chipotle. That was
And I'm
really
so
good.
happy to
That,
hear
yeah, that felt good for Desi. She's like, oh.
Because I eat it all of the time. Literally,
yeah.
I'll be like talking to Rachel, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get Chipotle,"
Yeah.
or I just ate Chipotle. It's
I
probably
feel
too
like the
much.
closest thing we have is GYG.
That's
or
what I was
Sombreros.
talking
Yeah, I was
about.
wondering if you guys had like a
Yeah.
similar thing
Something
to Chipotle.
it's not exactly the same, but yeah, it's like similar,
make
like
your own
burrito
little bowl,
bowls.
yeah.
Well, you don't make your own at GYG, but you do at Sombreros, which is like the same vibe. I've like can't remember a single thing I've.
You were doing so much.
Yeah, we've been doing so much. Like I feel like I've just not stopped, but in the best way.
Have you noticed anything about like that's like different? Like even little things that are different.
I think like this is not anything crazy, but like, you guys walk on and you drive on the right side.
Oh yeah,
How did
And
I forgot
that
about
in our
that?
cars are on the
yeah
opposite side.
That's really hard for my brain to comprehend.
Yeah, I feel like I would be the same way if I
like
went and on the left
walking
side.
on the right is so like against my
Yeah.
brain.
You
and
can start doing it when you get back home and be like, oh, sorry.
Yeah. You're getting in the car, you're like, wrong side of the road.
Like, naturally, I just veer. Like, if I'm not paying attention, I'll just start veering left. And then, obviously, you're in people's way.
You start hitting people.
Yeah,
You're
and I'm like,
walking
I'm
to them.
so sorry.
Yeah.
So that is, like, it's such a dumb thing, but it's, like, every single day I'm
Have you
thinking
gotten into
about
a
it.
car here? Like any
We
Ubers or
had
taxis?
one Uber, I think.
Did it feel weird, like, driving on the other side of the road?
No,
Even though
I
you're
didn't
not
really
driving.
notice.
Yeah.
To be honest, because I think I wasn't driving.
Yeah.
If I was driving, maybe I would.
No, it
notice
felt so
more.
weird.
Yeah.
That's like when I watch like you guys' videos and like you're in the car. It's like it feels so weird. You guys like the driver's side is on the opposite
Yeah.
side.
Well, yeah, I
It's
think
so
the opposite
interesting.
when I watch you guys. I'm like, why
Yeah.
are you getting in that
Yeah.
side? Or like when I see people getting into cars here, I'm like, whoa, like you're getting into the driver's side, but
Yeah, that's
It
funny.
doesn't look right to me.
That's so funny.
tipping.
Yeah.
That's really hard for me to wrap my head
Oh,
around.
you don't tip in Australia?
And I think America's the only like
I think Canada
Tip-
does as well.
yeah. I think like in the UK and stuff, it's not.
Well, because
don't
do you
tip.
guys get paid like good wages?
Yeah,
That's why.
that's the
There,
thing.
crack
Yeah.
the code.
Like,
Trying to work out like when to tip, when not to tip, how much to tip. That is really
Yeah.
confusing to me. And obviously, because you're doing things so quickly, like you're ordering things so quickly and you're
Yeah.
trying to be quick about it. And like,
yeah,
ugh,
I guess it's hard for someone that's not here. I feel like it's so normal. Like
Yeah.
you know, like living here, how much you tip for what part and like for what like
like
dinners.
I feel like
and-
I'm just clicking random buttons.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I'm like,
usually
I
it's a
hope this is
tablet.
okay.
You get the little tablet they turn to
Yeah.
you anywhere. You'll get the
And
tablet.
like you tap and then you tip after. Which I'm like, why do you not like click which tip you want and then tap
Tap what?
your card?
Oh yeah, you're right. Because it comes out after. Like you'll put your
Yeah,
card in
like,
and then you'll
that's
click it,
so
and I
odd
guess
to
it
me.
calculates it.
Yeah.
I don't really know either why they do it like that. Which order?
And like I haven't driven here, but petrol we like fill up our car and then we go pay. Don't
Oh
you
yeah,
like
no, we pay.
and
You
then
pay
fill
first.
up?
I wouldn't know. Jersey, we
Well, Sarah in Jersey, she doesn't pump gas or anything. So
we
Yeah,
have
that's
like the
crazy.
workers that do it for us.
But that's just in Jersey.
yeah, just in Jersey.
Yeah, we don't have that.
when I get out and go to the car, I put my card in,
You
pick
pay
the gas,
first.
pump it, and then put it up.
Because
So
they
you
probably don't
never-
trust that you're gonna pay after you get the gas.
Yeah, like, ours is like it's an honor system, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like you, but you do you use a machine at the pump?
At the
Like,
pump.
You never go into the thing unless you're like buying a drink or something.
Yeah. I don't go in the gas stations.
Like I think maybe you can pay at some of the machines in Australia. Like maybe you can. I just don't know. But you like always go in.
Yeah.
And pay.
I feel like that's so
I think
inconvenient.
unless you have cash,
It is, yeah.
then you have to go in.
If you have cash, but I don't pay for gas. Cash.
my gas for the first time when we had our trip a
To
few months ago.
That
Pennsylvania.
is crazy to me.
It was.
And we had
And
to teach you.
I'm
how.
You pump your
privileged in
gas and
Jersey
then you
for-
walk away. Like we have to hold it.
Oh yeah, there's a little like thing, and
Like
you
we
just
don't
let it
have
sit.
no. Like we don't do that.
You're standing there for a while.
Yeah, you just
What
have
if you have
to
like a
stand there
big
and hold
truck? You're
it.
just like
Yeah.
for minutes just standing
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's literally not even a whatever thing. It's just like it flips out, and you just let it sit, and you
Yeah.
walk
Yeah.
away.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't had to do that, but. So I
Yeah, you'll
don't-
be in the cities. You won't even have to see
No.
it.
No,
No.
you won't
I
have
love
to pump gas.
I love hearing the differences.
Me too. It's actually so fun.
yeah, especially from your point of view for like first time in New York. Well, anyway, do you want to talk about how you got into like YouTube and like your
Sure.
journey for your job and BookTube and the whole
like
world?
how YouTube started, and then how that went into BookTube.
Do you guys even know this? Have we ever
Like, I
talked
don't-
about it?
I like watch all your old videos, but
Yeah,
I feel
like,
like I
I-
forget. Like I feel like you probably have, but I
Yeah,
feel like I
maybe.
haven't found the video. I try to
Yeah.
find
yeah, I don't know
it.
like the full
Yeah.
story.
I always try to find anytime like you, George, and Soph. Like I was in like let me find
The
what they
lore.
talk about. Like I need to know everything.
Let us know the lore. The background.
Rachel Catherine Law.
Yeah.
No, it
That's the
is.
title of this podcast is the Rachel
Yeah,
Catherine
and
lore.
you-
Just no one
Oh, we
watches
do our
it.
dotes. We
Oh.
forget a lot about
Do
our
we want to
dotes.
do that?
We could start off our dote and then go into your story if you would like.
Okay, let me get my dote.
We all have watered down dotes today.
Wait, this
Coffee.
feels crazy.
Doing your dote.
I'm doing my
You drink
dote
at the
on the
episode.
episode. I'm always doing my dote at home, like watching along.
I have water because my matcha's over there and it's watered down and kind of like spreading. The matcha doesn't look very good anymore. We got our coffees a few hours ago.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
an iced latte. Nothing crazy.
I had my iced latte, but then as soon as it gets watered down, I'm done. So I have water.
You just cracked a cold one. She cracked her Alani.
You guys know what that sound means.
I need to try a cherry slash Alani while I'm here. I don't think I've tried a cherry slash one.
They're so good.
We like have some flavors in Australia.
It's not the
but-
good flavor.
You think it's not? I got a pink slush the other day.
Oh, okay, that one's good.
was
but I
really
think you
good.
like had a Kim-Aid one time. It was either
Yeah,
you or
I
Soph had a
love the
Kim-Aid.
Kim-Aids.
Oh, I see. I like liked it when
They
I
were
first tried
really
it, but I
good.
never want them. Remember, because I tried it on the pod. They like sent it to me, and then I was so excited, and I was like, this just doesn't taste the best to me. Like I'm gonna get cherry blue and pink
Yeah.
slush every day.
Have you tried an olipop yet or a poppy?
I did.
Oh, you did. Which one did you do?
Oh, what did I get? I don't remember, like, I get so confused between which is...
They're similar.
But I got the Doc Pop.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
Olipop.
Does Poppy
Is
have
Olipop?
Olipop has it? Yeah. Was
Yeah,
it good?
because
Did you
Poppy's
it?
like-
I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. And
Yeah.
Liam got a different flavor, but I forget which one. I think he got maybe like a pink lemonade or something.
Yeah.
They
I
model
love
it
them.
after like sodas and drinks.
Yeah.
It's really
It
good.
was really good. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed
Oh
it.
yeah, I'm so happy you finally tried one.
I was so excited about that. Like, that was
Yay.
one of the things. And you were like, you can't get that?
I didn't know that you didn't get them
Yeah,
there. Is it
which
because
is
you're not
fair.
allowed or they just don't ship it there?
I just, like, I think we might get them in, like, a year. Like, I feel
Yeah,
like we're just
they're
slow.
not there
like,
yet.
we got our
Yeah.
Alanis, like, so much later. Like, I think we just get
Yeah,
things
that's true.
later.
Well, you have to think. I think for companies when you're starting out, if they're an American-based company, like how we
We're
figured out,
so far away.
yeah, like we figured out Cotton On is an Australian company, so they probably were only in Australia, and
Yeah.
then once you grow, you can
And
start
Princess
sourcing.
Polly is Australian.
Yeah, it's Australian.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But they
So-
have, I think they have an office in LA, like
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Or something
I think
like
there's
that.
not a lot.
They're big
There's a
now.
couple that
Yeah.
are, like, Australian first. I'm like,
or like beginning
Oh, that's
boutique
cool.
is just
Yeah.
Australian.
Yeah, a lot of
We
the
have a lot of
boutiques, yeah,
boutiques.
you do have a lot of boutiques, but they're good ones.
I feel like our Australian fashion is pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
clothing stores, and I mean designers as well. I'm not a huge, like, I don't know that much about designers, but I feel like a lot of people when they come to Australia, they're like, the shopping is really great.
Yeah.
So that's
That's fun.
Yeah.
Give us your lore. Start from wherever you want to start from. Actually.
Okay. Well, I think I started my channel in 2014, so it's like 10 years this year.
That's crazy. Do you know what
Yeah.
month?
April. I think it was like 2 weeks after my birthday or something like that. I think I like created my channel like before that, but like my first video I think was like April 2014, and it was literally like welcome to my channel, like where I was like, hi, like this is what I'm gonna do, like, which is
You're letting them know this is what you can expect from me. I'm laying the groundwork right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And my whole idea was that I was watching so many American YouTubers, and I was so sad that I couldn't relate. Like, they were like, here's my collective haul from American Eagle. And I think some of them have come over since. Like, I feel like we only got Sephora kind of
Yeah.
recently, or like a couple years ago, or maybe it's more than that, I don't know. But like, I think we have like one Brandy store now. Like, there's a few things that we have now, but at the time, I was just like, I just want to like make something that I can relate to or like find. And at the time I don't think I'd watched any other Australian YouTubers. But then I started, and then I like kind of found the little Australian community, and it was like actually such a fun time in my life, because it was just a bunch of teenage girls, and the Australian YouTube community at the time was so small that you all knew each other and you were all friends, and it was so much fun. And we used to like send packages to each other and do like
Oh,
tag
that's
videos.
cute.
And, like,
Oh
it
yeah,
was really
I ate
fun.
those up
Right.
when the YouTubers would like send each other
We
boxes.
would do like Secret Santa, like
Yes.
get,
That's
like,
really
given
cute.
a name, and you'd like send a packet. It was really fun.
Aw.
And I would make like beauty and lifestyle
That's
content.
like
which,
usually
like,
how it starts.
That's
yeah,
how it
like
starts.
who
That was big back then. That
It
was like
was. That was
YouTube
the
for
thing.
girls.
Yeah.
which like I did not have the right to be doing makeup videos. Like, no one should have allowed me to do that, but that was where it all began. And then I started vlogging, and then I feel like I kept vlogging the whole way, just like to now as well. But I guess my like other content has like morphed into other things. Like, I did makeup stuff, which terrible, fashion stuff, terrible. I feel like I did like challenge videos, like,
But those were like
You're
part
like-
of the time.
That's
and it
what
was
I'm saying. You're like
fun.
explaining the cycle.
yes,
of, I feel like
exactly.
YouTube goes into cycles of like, like 2017, 2018, 2019 was when Emma Chamberlain was really popular. So like
Yeah.
everybody on
Edited
YouTube,
like
it was
her.
editing
Yeah.
like her, and you only like everybody was just filming their life.
Mm-hmm.
That's when vlogs like really popped off. Like obviously people were doing it before, but that's when like that became like school vlogs. She got school vlogs going.
Yeah, and like there was like the daily vlog era. Where,
That's
like,
crazy.
Alfie Days and like all of those people were just daily vlogging. What is his name? The New York City guy.
Casey Neistat.
Yes.
Which, but I guess he definitely has editors.
Yeah.
Casey
Does
Neistat.
he still do it?
Does he still do
I
daily
haven't- I've
vlogging?
never watched it.
I don't know. I haven't watched him forever, but
No.
like those daily vlogs, I'm like, that was
a
like
time.
But that was when like, not saying that like their content wasn't good. That's not what I'm saying. But that was like you kind of just like strung the
Turned
video
it out.
together,
Yeah.
and then
It
like
felt
you
like
didn't like
it
edit
was
it.
short.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
daily vlogs were like 5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Isn't that
I
crazy?
remember
That's
a
so
time,
crazy.
like, I remember when it was like you would never upload a video that was longer than 10 minutes.
No, that was a
Yeah.
thing.
It was like 7
Yeah.
minutes
No
was
one
kind
wanted
of
to-
the
yeah,
I never went
perfect
by that, by
time.
the way. Do you remember? Okay, so like you know when you monetize on YouTube, it's either none or it's green or it's yellow. Like if something's flagged. Like everybody, like even the big YouTubers, like I don't know what YouTube was going through. I remember it was like the monetization and everybody who was a creator was like scared because all of it was yellow. So you don't make really a lot of money.
Was it the time like you have to have a video a certain time length to get money?
Yeah.
I think it was like 10 minutes you have to hit or something.
And it was like every little thing YouTube was flagging. Like every little thing. So it, like I remember watching YouTubers and they were like, it was like a big thing. Like, all the big YouTubers were, because obviously that was like their source of income.
Yeah.
So they were really scared because that was like, I'm not making any money off of it. But you were going through cycles of content.
Have you ever done like the Vlogmas, like the real deal? Like,
have I ever? I don't think I ever did. I used to do daily vlogs in my school holidays.
Oh, really?
Because in Australia, you do like 10-ish weeks and then 2 weeks off. 10 weeks, 2 weeks off. Which is so
interesting.
Yeah, and then you have like a bigger holiday at the end of the year, like your summer break. And in my school holidays, I would vlog every single day, but it would be like a 5-minute vlog of me just like being at home. Like
short
doing
and sweet.
nothing. Like maybe hanging out with my brother or something. Like it was the most random thing. And I feel like a lot of them are privated now because it's just like there was nothing of substance there. Yeah, I mean that's just like the evolution of making YouTube videos.
Especially like switching your content to like what you have now, like looking back on it, you're like, that's not me. That's not where I am now.
Yeah. And I've always just done vlogs. Like, and then I think I just always did weekly vlogs in school.
Yeah, because that made a lot more sense.
But I used to split them up and do like,
this is Monday through.
Yeah, Monday through Wednesday and then Thursday through or whatever. And then I used to upload them as 2 separate videos because people wouldn't watch videos that were longer than like...
That's crazy. That's crazy because now like when you upload a long video, people will comment.
People love long.
And I love that because like sometimes...
It's a comfort thing, the long ones too. Like putting them on and just having some like hour-long videos.
If it's short, I'm sad.
Yeah. There's like different times span.
YouTube.
Not time spans. Attention spans.
Yeah.
I love when there's a long video because I'm like, I can't wait to like sit down with this video.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I don't even remember. I think it was 2021. I got to the point like I got to the end of 2020 and I was like, I think I might be able to like do this as a job full time because I had done YouTube through high school. I had done it through university. I had then started working full time and it had always just been like a side thing. And then I was like, wait, like this might, and I had a couple of friends who had gone full time. Like George had just gone full time.
Oh, really?
And so I was like, wait, like maybe I just need to actually take the leap and like do this because I think I was just too scared to do that full time.
It's a big decision.
Yeah, it is. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. So I went full time and then I obviously had a bit more time to make videos. And then I had already been like reading a bit more. Like I had gotten back into reading in 2020 after like having a bit of a hiatus during like university, like end of high school and stuff when you're just so busy. And I finally had time again. And then I was like, like I kind of want to, I had started watching BookTube. I don't even know when. I remember like watching Haley when she started reading again was like kind of the same timeline that I had started reading again as well. And I think I'd seen, people start to make BookTube video. Well, people had obviously been making BookTube videos for years.
But it came across to you. Like
yes,
you had never
I had started
found
watching it again. Yeah. Like I'd watched it. I used to watch like the OG BookTubers back in high school.
Oh.
Yeah, like when City of Bones and like the selection and like
that's such a
like
I wasn't on the BookTube or like watching at that time.
I watched like maybe one YouTuber, so like I was barely scratching the surface of it. But yeah, then I like kind of found BookTube again because it had popped off because of Book Talk and whatever. I was like, this is so fun. I love reading. I want someone to like. I had no one to talk about books with, so I was like, I'm just gonna start making videos about it. And I started making videos about it, and like obviously, they didn't really do that well because like it was so completely different from all of my other content. But I was like, I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
So
that's
I'm
what I'm
passionate about.
Yeah. And I was like, I want to film 24-hour readathons. I want to film wrap-ups. I want to film TBRs. Like it just looked so fun.
When you learn about like all you can do with the books and the videos, it's just like so fun.
So I just started filming it because I just thought it was fun. And then I just never stopped. And now it's like just what I do.
That you didn't stop, even though like you switched up your content from vlogs.
I think you just have to though. Like that's just how YouTube is. Like everyone pivots.
Yeah.
Because you grow and you just change your mind on
being on
things.
there for 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Like who let me on the internet when I like 10 years ago? I love that. Should not have been allowed. But yeah, now I'm here.
That's so fun.
That is so.
Can we know your big 3 books? Maybe I'll.
Wait, what are your guys' big 3? Like I would probably be able to guess.
I feel like
some of them.
Okay.
I don't know.
Should we guess each other's
Can
big
I?
threes?
Yeah. Can I guess your?
Like of all time?
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
crazy. Actually, it's a hard thing to.
Yeah. I feel like that
You have to pick it right
It like
now.
tells your taste a little bit.
I feel like your big three has to be the books that like you're constantly like, bringing
Yeah.
in. Like you can have 5-star reads, but, like you're not bringing all of them up.
Yeah.
Or that are like really fundamental to
Yeah.
like where you
They
are
still
now,
stuck
I
with
think.
you.
Yeah. Can I guess your guys' ones?
I don't know mine, but you can try to.
Okay. I'll try and guess.
I'll try to put 3 in my head. Do you
Okay.
have 3 in your head?
I don't have.
I have
3
2
for
in my
either
head.
of you, but-
Wait, let me think of another one.
I feel like I can guess.
I don't
feel
know
like
if I'll get the top 3, but I think I'd get like 3 of your top 10 maybe.
I'm trying to think.
Do I have to pick like a certain book, like if it's in a series, or
No,
are we just doing a
surely not.
series?
Surely a series.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just like say a series if it's a series.
Okay, who do I start with?
I don't have a third. I don't think.
I think I have 3 for you, but I don't know if they're your top 3. Watch me be so wrong. That's so embarrassing.
You're like, no.
I'm like, I picked like something you hate.
Maybe you're when you say my third, I'll be like,
Pick
yeah,
a
you're
Binding
right.
13 for you.
I think I have.
I feel like I
three.
can guess. Should we guess Destiny's first? Okay.
I feel like you guys aren't gonna get it. Like I have
What?
3 in my head.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like we're thinking the same thing for at least
Surely
2
boys,
of them.
Boys of Tommen
Yeah.
has to be one of them.
Yeah.
I want to
Which
say
Sarah J. Maas are we picking? I honestly
Oh.
like. I in my heart I want to say Throne of Glass.
I want to say Akatar.
It's Akatar. It's because I think
Taking over his co-host.
Yeah. She
with
could
a
stay.
reread, I think Throne of Glass would take it over. But like you know how like we'll sit there and I'll tell you all this information from Akatar, and you're like I don't remember any of that, but I remember
Yeah.
everything.
I also just think when I think of you, I think of how much you love Reese.
Yeah,
So-
and like
Yeah, that's
That
why I was
just
gonna pick it,
stands
but I
out
didn't know
to
if it was
me.
like character wise,
Yeah,
and you like Throne
that's
of Glass like
valid.
story more, like
I
plot
love.
wise.
I always say I like the characters. No, I like the character. I don't know. As I've grown, I'm like, I need to reread Throne of Glass. I think it would take over Akatar if I reread
Yeah,
it.
'cause I know you love Reese.
I love
Yeah.
Reese, but if I reread Throne of Glass, like the story is so much
Throne of
better.
Glass is so
the
good.
characters are so much more like
Yeah.
well thought out because she did so many more books. Like Akatar's not finished,
No.
so it's kind of unfair. Crescent City's nowhere. But what's the third one?
I
I don't know.
want to
the
say
third one.
Addicted so bad.
Oh yeah.
Really?
So true.
I just feel like that's one that will stick with you even if you don't go back and reread
I'm
it.
trying to think if there's any that
Like, it's a fundamental
any other
one.
ones that really stand out to me. I feel like there's got to be some that we're really missing. I need to look at your bookshelves because I feel like you just.
I always try to imagine my bookshelves. I'm always like,
Yeah, I'm trying to picture them, but those are like what I feel like your big three would be.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of.
There's got to be more.
Do you know what your big three would be? Do you have it in your head?
I like Addicted is definitely my top 5. Like that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
I love that series so much, and I know that like a lot of people think that those books are awful, but I love character studies. Like I love falling in love with characters. Like that's why I love Boys of Tommen. That's
Yeah.
why I love Addicted. Like I love when I can get a good series that you can like love the characters.
Yeah.
Plot doesn't need to be good, and writing doesn't need to be amazing. Like I really
Yeah.
don't care. But I think Happy Place is always
I was gonna say Emily Henry, but I didn't know which
Happy
way I
Place
should
is
go.
like-
That's actually
Yeah.
bad of us. We should have
me
mentioned Emily
in
Henry.
a book, like
You're
on
such
both
an
sides.
Hen girl.
I am such.
Yeah.
Literally, I love her.
Sorry,
Should we do Rachel's big three?
No, let's do yours. I like guessing. Guessing is so fun.
Okay. Well, we're both gonna say
I have like kind of 3 in my head.
3, 2, 1. Magnolia Parks. Which
You should
book in
bury me with
specific?
those books.
Ooh.
Like literally.
Which,
Let me think. Hold
oh,
on.
I don't know.
I want
I have
to
a top
say.
2.
I
No,
want to say.
I want to
the newest
say.
one.
Oh, I was gonna say the second one, Magnolia Parks.
Like the Long Way Home.
The Long Way Home. I forgot the name of it.
I have a top 2.
I can see that. I feel like the Long Way Home, or
But then I feel like
but also the Great Undoing is so good.
Let me tell you.
Yeah,
It's The Great Undoing and The Long Way Home. Into the Dark is really close, but I have to do a reread.
you have
Oh, wait,
to
I
because
said
there's
Long
so
Way
much that goes.
You said
on.
Long Way Home. Yeah, you did.
But I didn't know that you loved The Great Undoing like that. Daisy
no.
Hates.
Hold
I don't
on.
love the first Daisy Hates. Love The
I
Great Undoing.
love the first Daisy Hates.
Really?
Yeah,
The
Nice.
laundromat scene.
I think it had good scenes. I just couldn't stand Christian.
We didn't really get Julian in the first
Yeah,
one.
I
was
don't like
disappointed
Christian
about that
at all.
I love Christian.
I remember Sarah was sitting on her floor, and I was asking her. I brought the Magnolia Parks books with me, and I was like asking her.
I hate Christian.
I do.
You do
Wait,
remember?
what did I say?
You're like, something along the lines of like he has the personality of like a wet rag.
Oh
or something
no, yeah,
like that.
wallpaper drying.
No,
or not paint drying.
I've said a lot of things. I said it's like talking to a brick wall. I said it's like literally
No
watching paint
personality.
dry. Like he has no personality other than being like, like I just like being like being dramatic for no reason, but it's not fun dramatic. Like
Yeah.
you're just being messy.
Yeah, I don't love him. I like him
I
in
love
The Great
him.
Undoing. I think The Great Undoing, like the storyline of it and getting the point of views in that book is like
The Great Undoing is-
phenomenal.
No,
the writing
I
in
love-
that book is like unmatched. Yeah,
Magnolia
Magnolia Parks
Parks.
100%. Like that's just like I want to
Oh.
tattoo it on my body.
I would say
I'm saying.
Throne of Glass.
Oh yeah, we're just going series Throne of Glass,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to say Queen of Shadows. Like if we were going specifically.
Yeah, I
that
have
your
to
top
reread it. I
one?
think that one is my top.
Or Kingdom of Ash.
Kingdom of Ash is like those two are like close, but I think Queen of
just like-
Shadows.
yeah.
Because I'm such a Dorian girly. Like I was in the trenches in that book, so hard that I remember it so vividly.
Would that be in your top 3? Would you agree?
Yeah, Throne of Glass definitely. My third one, have no idea. I have like a couple in
I
my
would.
head.
I would say Love and Other Words purely because it was so like foundational for
Yeah,
you.
I don't think it's in my top 3 anymore
No.
though. It's like in the list though.
Yeah.
I wanted to say Funny Story because you read it
Ooh.
lately, and I feel like we're always talking about Funny Story, but I don't know.
Beach read. Surely.
Like Loki, Happy Place is taken his place.
Really?
I'm not- after my reread, the
I
same
need
as
to do
Destiny,
a
like
reread so bad.
it is me to a T in Harriet.
I feel
I'm
that's
unfortunately
I feel like I'm
Harriet.
more win.
Harriet's a people pleaser and like her family relationship. I'm like, she wrote that about me. It's
Yeah.
like a lot of Emily Henry's characters, like the real life stuff she puts into them,
Yeah.
are very relatable.
like take the romance out of it, and I'm still crying over those books.
Yeah.
Because of the characters.
I could
think.
intertwine Beach Read and Happy Place
Yeah,
as a
just an
favorite.
M hen.
Who are you? I think I was about to say in Beach Read, like what character do you identify with?
I don't think I really love the way grief was portrayed in Beach Read. Like, I've never read grief that I was like, oh my gosh, you put into words how I feel.
Especially if you have a tough relationship with somebody, when what that grief feels like.
Yeah.
I think that
After
was just
that
written
happens.
beautifully.
Yeah, I sob over the letters at the end of that
Yes.
book. I showed
actually,
Sarah
like,
a video
can't
of me
catch
sobbing.
my breath when those come up.
No, remember the video I sent
Yeah.
you of me literally like sitting
Yeah.
in my bed because it was like nobody knew I was moving, but I knew I was moving. And then I was reading the letters and like when he's dropping her off at college and he's like, "Who am I without you?" Like I'm looking back and
I
like,
can't even.
are
Like,
you gonna remember that? I'm like, I can't look you in the eyes. Like I'm
It's
just
so
your
sad.
dad.
You
Who
just
am
like
I?
recite the whole like
No,
letter word
it's
for
like
word.
in my brain. So I was like, oh, my, and I told Sarah, I was like, it made me like a reminder that like parents are doing life for their first time.
Yeah.
Like even when things
yeah.
happen,
When
between
books
you and
remind me
your
of that,
family-
it blows my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, like with a mother-daughter relationship,
Yeah.
and you're just like with Firefly Lane. I feel like that
Yes.
also like when
I
she
felt the same in Firefly
Yeah.
Lane.
when she has her daughter, and you're like, ugh,
I
couldn't
wanted to
stand
hug
the
my
daughter.
mom. I literally couldn't look at my mom like knowing we've ever fought in the past ever, even if it was something
Yeah.
little. I was
And
like,
you're still going to like
I
that's the
actually
thing about
can't
life.
move out. Actually, I have to stay with my mom forever. I was like, they can't. That book was crazy.
Would you say that would be,
I don't know.
or like Kristen Hanna as an author might just be in
Probably. I've only read 2 of her books, but like I love
Yeah.
her.
They've like
I
hit
don't
for
know.
you.
Maybe.
Oh, the
There's
top 3 authors, that would be a. I
Is-
mean, it would probably be similar.
Anyway, which do Rachel's big 3?
What's my big 3?
Well, I know the first one is
Do you have the
definitely
first one?
Magnolia Parks.
I mean, yeah, that was a given.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
Great Undoing.
Yeah, my favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would either be The Great Undoing. Yeah, probably The Great Undoing. I love The Great Undoing.
It's so good.
It's
But
beautiful.
I really do think I'm equal. Like, I love Magnolia Parks and Daisy Hates equally. I feel like some people, like, you're a Daisy Hates girly.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I care about the characters more in that one.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah.
And I think, like, George is, like, a Daisy Hates girl.
Oh, she loves Daisy
Yeah.
Yates.
So, like, I feel like some people, do you feel like you have, like, are you a Magnolia
Oh, yeah,
girl?
100%.
Yeah, I feel like I'm equal.
Yeah.
Like, I love them both so much.
Okay, your other 2?
I actually don't even know what they are.
Oh, I don't even know either.
I know what one of them is, I think.
It's just so hard because you have read so many books that we haven't read.
No, I think my favorite ones are ones that...
Is another one Throne of Glass?
I think it would definitely... Like, I
Is it
don't
not the
actually
top?
know what my top 3 is, but it would definitely be up there. I think out of SJM, Throne of Glass is
Yeah.
my favorite.
It's just the best world that she's built.
It is, but I do love... When I did my reread of ACOTAR, I was like, wow, this is... Like,
It feels
the found
comforting.
family in ACOTAR is just so good.
And it's so layered too. Like everything is very layered without that one's not plot, it's characters.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
why I love ACOTAR.
Give me found family. I don't need anything
Yeah.
else.
Like Six of Crows, it will never
Yes,
live down in my
in
head.
your top 3, would it? Or like
That
top five,
duology, yeah,
or-
definitely.
Yeah, so
top.
true. That's a great one.
So good.
You haven't read Tempest of Tea yet, have you?
No,
You
I
need to.
downloaded it, and I was like, I told you I was
I
gonna read it,
also-
and I never did.
You know Brandon Sanderson, The Final Empire?
Mm-hmm.
Six of Crows vibes.
Really? Okay, so I have to get into
have
it.
to. Sorry.
I have to. Anything Six of Crows vibes, I'm in.
Yeah, I like
So good.
hate it when I'm like, oh my gosh, this gives Six of Crows. It's just literally a group of people doing a heist,
Yeah.
and I'm like, Six of Crows.
No, but I love it. After we guess, can you give us your like top 5 favorite?
Ooh, yeah,
series
I'd
or
have to
books?
think about it.
I'm going through because I know you just rated a novel love story 5 stars, but I don't feel like you put that in your top 3. That's like a
No.
book where you're like,
I loved it, but it won't stick with me as much
Yeah.
as...
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I just rated 2 books 5 stars, but I'm not putting
Yeah,
them in my
it's like
top
the
5.
X-Files. I don't think it'll be like a
Or like play
Same
along.
or play.
Like the,
Love
I don't know.
that book,
You
though.
have been
That
like
actually might be in my big 3. Like it might be up
in my
there.
current big 3.
It is in my current big
Yeah.
3.
I'm trying to think because it's in my brain because like I
you would,
memorize-
you know what it is. Like, you'd be like, oh,
Oh really?
I'm like overthinking it.
we've already talked about it.
Oh, it's something that we've already mentioned.
Mhm.
Is it an Abby Jimenez book?
Mm-mm.
Is it
Is
Boys
it
of
Emily
Tom
Henry?
book?
Wait,
Is it Boys of Tom? You said Boys of Tom.
I did say Boys of Tom.
No, because I feel
that
like
would shock me.
Those hit me, though. Yeah. I'm shocked because we usually
I know
have similar
we have
tastes.
such similar taste, and when you reread it, I was like, maybe I should reread it. But
You're in the trenches in those books for probably 80%
girl, when the
of
first
them.
one ended, I was like, oh, the craziest ending ever.
Yeah, 800 pages for
I remember reading it in my bed and then I immediately closed it, picked up the next one.
Yeah.
I think I didn't know what keeping whatever was about. I didn't know it like followed the same thing
Right, so you
into
thought
the
that
same
was actually
story.
the end.
So the Binding 13 we were gonna end, and then I was like, oh my god, we have this other book.
That's traumatic.
to go
Well, I
on.
knew because it's like Saving Redeeming Six. It's like they're
Yeah, I had no idea.
connected.
When you read Binding 13, what was out? Binding and Keeping? And that it? And that
Binding and Keeping was out. That was the only 2 out, and then Saving Six came out, and then a few months later, Redeeming
You
Six
had
came
to
out.
wait between Saving 6 and Redeeming 6.
Redeeming Six was in my Can I find a 5-star read video?
Yeah.
Because I said the series is 5 stars. Binding and
Those are
Binding
your
and
top.
Keeping 13
Yeah.
are my 5-star reads,
Yeah.
but I rated like Saving Six a 4 stars. Redeeming Six is Redeeming Six first. Whichever one is first, I gave
Saving,
a 4.
I think is first.
Yeah, and then the second one I gave a 4.5.
Yeah.
because
There's like
the
lots of
first
series you give like a 5-star, but like not every book is gonna
Yeah.
be a 5-star.
no, it's a 5.
Yeah.
It's like when you say it's a 5-star series.
Yeah.
but there are 4-star. It's like Chestnut Springs. It's
Yeah.
5-star for me, but the only like actual 5 stars is Harlan's.
Mine is a Reese. I have 2
That is
5
my-
stars in that series now.
Least favorite.
That is crazy.
Really?
Heartless, yeah.
I think Hopeless is my least favorite.
That's the last one,
Yeah,
Bo?
actually. Okay, my ranking would be Powerless, Reckless, Flawless, Hopeless, Heartless.
Oh wow, that's crazy. I feel like I've never heard someone say Heartless is their least
I
favorite.
know, I
We should tell Elsie that because Elsie says that everyone goes up to her and says like Cade.
Yeah.
My friend hates Cade. No, I don't hate him. I just think it didn't hit for me.
No, I understand that. He's hard to grasp. I think we were talking about this in like a recent episode where I was like, were we doing Kiss, Marry, Kill? And you did put Kate in it. And I said like, he's just, because he's grumpy, where I don't think, what did I say? I said we would like kill each other because like I also like we
Yeah.
would clash. But I
Yeah.
think it's like iconic when like she's like super sunshiny and like just like, I
Willow
don't
was
really
great.
care.
I like
She was,
Willa's my
sunshiny,
favorite.
but she's also like sassy.
Yeah, I like
Which
her
is
a lot.
good, like a good combo.
I like it when they're sunshine and sassy because they're not going to take anything, but
Yeah.
they're super nice. But we still have not guessed our third one.
I
You
sorry.
was
said we
sitting here
talked
trying to
about
think.
it.
Yeah,
Is it Abby Jimenez book?
No.
you said no. Is it Emily Henry?
yeah.
Oh.
But you just love Funny Story. Is it Funny Story? No,
Like,
Happy Place.
Yeah.
Oh, so
We're
we all
we're
said
all a
Happy
Happy
Place.
Place Big 3.
Yeah.
I'm stuck on Funny Story because you guys both loved it.
I did
Yeah,
love
but just
it.
not the top. Emily
Like,
Henry.
I like
Yeah.
reading Happy Place for the first time. Like, is a core memory.
I remember.
to me.
Yeah.
I remember your vlog from that. I watched it
I
multiple
don't
times.
know, did I like do a reading vlog?
No, it was in a vlog.
Yeah,
I think.
because I picked it up thinking I wasn't going to be obsessed. Like I did, you know,
Yeah.
when you like know
That's,
you're
like, the
gonna love
best,
a book,
though.
you kind of want it to be in a reading vlog.
Yeah.
because it's more fun to read it like fully with the besties. But I didn't even think it was going to be
Yeah.
that. Like I read it on my Kindle because I didn't even go and buy the physical copy because I didn't think it was going to like hit as
Yeah,
much as
it
it
did.
did, and then I sobbed.
Do you have like a
Anyway.
top 5?
I would probably put Yours Truly
Mm-hmm.
somewhere.
Oh, it's so hard to pick.
I'm trying to think of like what I like display on my shelves. I do love Emily Wilde, but I don't know if it would be like they might be in my top 10.
That's so you though.
Yeah, I was
feel
gonna say, that's
book
such
is
a you
so
vibe.
coded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's just, like, if I've had a bad day, I need to come home and read Emily Wilde.
Yeah.
Like, and I
It's
feel like I
cozy.
understood when you said that you loved a novel love story. Like, I feel like I understood that. Like, I
Yeah.
figured that you would love that book.
It's like
Yeah, that's
the
true.
cozy vibes you like.
I love a cozy vibe. I can read, like, I love a cozy fantasy, which I feel like you go.
I need some stakes. I need something in there to like.
No, because I'm like, if I'm going to read a cozy book, I'm just going to pick up a romance.
Yeah, I would rather read a cozy fantasy than a romance, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be in the right mood for a cozy book, or else I'll get bored.
Yeah, I like
Like
it.
not much is happening.
you're
It's like there for the
really-
ride.
Happy Place, Throne of Glass, Magnolia Parks.
Yeah.
And the last one.
Maybe Cassie Clare.
Oh, because, yeah, you do.
I
I was
love
gonna
Cassie
guess that as a
Clare.
big 3, but then he said we read it, and I was like, haven't touched
Yeah.
those.
That would be in my top 10,
You did
probably.
love those.
I would say
Yeah.
specifically The Infernal Device. We need to chat about that, actually. Like, we need to talk.
I literally-
We need to have a discussion about
Well, because
Cassie Clare.
I started with Immortal Instruments.
Yeah.
Is that how you're supposed to do
Yeah,
it?
yeah. So I
You
think
read the
I did
first
it
3,
wrong.
right?
I did it wrong. So I read all of the Mortal Instruments.
But you're
then
supposed to
the
read
Infernal
3, then the
Devices,
Infernal
yeah.
Devices, and then
Yeah.
go back to the Mortal Instruments. See? That's what I was trying to do.
The series sounds like gibberish
You
in my
need
head.
to just, like, push through a little
I'm
bit. Because I
trying.
promise it's not.
No, but I know. I
Yeah.
spoiled it for myself on
Okay.
purpose because I said
So what's stopping you?
just that I
why
have to
you-
read it. That I have to
Yeah.
read that on the page.
Would you listen to it?
I might. Like, I literally have even thought
They're
about that where I'm
great
like,
audiobooks.
I might have to listen to it via audiobook to get past it.
You need to.
I love
'Cause
that.
it
Did you ever
just,
watch the movie
No, I
of the
haven't.
first one?
I haven't watched anything.
I love Jamie Lynn Bower as Jace. I love him as Jace.
He's a very, like, he is Jace.
He is. Like, that
Yeah.
was perfect casting.
Yeah,
I don't
I
like the
agree.
TV show casting. I love the movie
I've not seen
casting.
anything.
Well,
I think I've
Lily
only seen a
Collins.
few snippets from the movie, and that's it.
Lily Collins, I feel like, is good for the main character.
Yeah. I
And
see
then he
that.
was great for Jace.
Where do you get your book
Wait,
recommendations
2023.
from? Is it like BookTube or like
Ooh.
Book Talk?
Obviously, you guys. The besties. And obviously Haley. She has great recs. Haley has great recs.
I go to her
She
for,
finds
like,
some great stuff.
some more, like, hard-hitting, like, literary.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I, like, get from her.
I think... I'm trying to think what I go to each of you for. I think... Actually, no. If either of you are just like, oh my gosh, I love this, I'm like, I'm picking it up. Like,
I feel like we're pretty similar, but I feel like you read more fantasy than I do. Like, in all, like, you, like, if you did your wrap-up, you read more thriller and fantasy than I do.
Yeah.
I feel like I read more literary than you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
So it's
definitely.
like I would say my big 3 genre is like literary, romance, and then maybe I think fantasies more than thrillers. I'm like very picky with
Yeah, I don't
thrillers,
think
so
I
I
read
don't.
many
you
thrillers.
do read quite a few of them, though.
Yeah, but then I'm
Compared to
picky
other
about
genres,
them.
I guess. Yeah, yeah.
And then
Like,
I
you don't rate many of them.
no, like I think I'm done with thrillers. Like actually,
I'm kind of done with thrillers.
I'm picky with them too, but sometimes they're just fast. It's like fun.
If you like love a thriller, I'll pick it up. Maybe.
no, but
Like, if you
when
really
I
gas it
found
up.
you, remember the video that I told you I found you from? I read A Woman in the Window because of you. Like you've always
loved
been a
A
thriller
Woman in the
girly.
Window.
I loved
back
that
in the
book.
day.
It was good back in the
It's
day
really
for like not
good.
reading that genre. I was like, this
Yeah.
is so
I
good.
think
I
I
ate
gave
it
it
up.
5 stars.
Yeah, I probably did too.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Maybe I still would. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
Did
it
you
was
watch the
great.
movie on it?
Is
So
that AJ
bad.
Finn?
I forgot. Yeah.
Melissa?
Is that the one that wrote? No, that's Gillian Flynn that wrote Gone Girl and Girl on the Train or something.
Yeah. Have you read Gone Girl?
Yeah, I love that one. I read those back to
Yeah.
back, and I was like,
Yeah,
this
I
is
think I did
peak
too.
literature,
Maybe I was
horror,
watching
or
you at that
mystery.
point in time or something.
Those
Yeah.
were so
Influencing
good.
me
Those are my
back then.
favorite.
Yeah, I think I kept up with both of you guys, like, because I was in Book Talk, and then I found BookTube, and I found Noelle Gallagher, and then I found Jack
I
Edwards.
think
Yeah, it's
Noelle
probably
might
how
have
I
been one of my
Yeah, she was my
first.
gateway
Yeah.
to BookTube. Like, I was only on Book Talk.
Yeah.
And then I remember finding her back when she read primarily, like, a lot of romance. Like, she was a romance girly. And I remember that was the first time, like, I wish she knew. Because, like, now she doesn't do videos. I'm like,
No.
Noelle, girl, where are you at?
Yeah.
Like,
Miss you.
Hmm?
Miss you.
Oh, yeah, no, like, genuinely. I'll, like, check up on her channel to see if, like,
Yeah.
she posted something.
Yeah, no.
Because I used to love, like, even if she would do, like, vlogs, like, I was obsessed with her. If she still, like, if she went and uploaded today, I would be so obsessed with her. But I remember she was the first person that made me feel not ashamed to read romance as a woman. Because it was
Wow.
something that I was always, like, so, like, secretive about. Like, at school, when I would be reading books, like, on my iPad and stuff, people would be like, oh, what are you reading? And I would be like,
Yeah.
oh, and I wouldn't want to tell them because I was, like, so scared that, like, people would be like, oh, you're reading romance books.
Yeah,
And she, like, was
true.
so out and about, would get tattoos. Like, she loved the hating
Yeah.
game. And I remember thinking, like, you know what? Yeah, like, And I remember being put in a position where I brought people to meet on vacation with me, and I was with my boyfriend somewhere, and like he was around a bunch of guys, and like one of the guys was like, "What is that book about?" And I was like, "It's a romance." Like that was the first time I was ever able to like say it to somebody and be like, "So what?" Like, yeah, I read romance. Like, you should pick up a romance book. You would learn a thing or two about how to treat a lady.
So true.
Depending on what you
we
pick
should
up.
Make it mandatory.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's true.
But I found Jack Edwards and stuff. So then when I went to BookTube, I remember I found like you when you started first making BookTube, and then I found you when you started first making BookTube, and then I like not found Haley, 'cause I like had watched Haley literally since I was like since she was doing YouTube. I'd watched her my whole entire like whatever. But when I watched her first video and it went live for books, like I had already been watching her like so, and I remember being like, oh, that's so cool that she's getting into books, and I loved like the content she was making with it, 'cause we talked about Haley, we love and miss you. We were talking about how like amazing her content is and just production and everything.
It's incredible.
And I was like, wow, that's so cool. Like that's awesome. And then but I remember always being like, you know, you grow up watching YouTubers, and like how you even said like you had an Australian like friend group, and I didn't know that you could like get friends from the internet. Like I didn't know that was a thing.
A lot of my close friends now are from like from the internet.
Yeah.
From the internet. Like George and I like grew up together, so I can't really consider one of my bridesmaids, like Beck. She like we kind of went to school together but different grades, but we became close because we were both doing social media. Like all of my close friends as an adult have come from social media. Almost all, or from like church, and that's it. Like I don't know how you
because you find your niche on the internet, and you find people that like the same things as you. That you don't find in person.
And then you fly across the world to go hang out with them.
And then you fly 20 plus hours to hang out with them.
I would say that too at this point in my life. All my close friends are like on the internet.
I think it's the best. Like it's so special.
And obviously you think your audience, like your audience are your best friends too. Like that's what I love, like being able to like talk about things that I love, and then like people are commenting back and forth with me, or like want to talk to me or tag me in photos and be like, when book news comes out and like you get tagged in it, like people are thinking about you. Like that's so insane. Like people know your interest and like, oh look, like that's bestie. Like that's bestie for real. Like tagging you in something.
Yeah, so fun.
Yeah, I love it when people like, do you see this announcement? Like, did you like?
Everyone gets excited about the same thing.
Like,
that's the best.
Special editions, like they'll send it to us. You're like, did you see this? Like, I'm like, you know me.
You're like, so that's awesome. I just love it's. What is the saying? Like, to be loved is to be known.
To be seen. To be loved is to be seen. To be loved is to be known. Yeah, it's
it's like the same.
Yeah, exactly same.
But it's like that is though. Like when you think about that, it's like when you like
they know us.
They know us so well. So you say you get most recommendations from like BookTube.
Yeah, I love Katie's reading.
She's a fantasy queen. I feel.
So many of the books that I have
feel like
read.
she has similar fantasy tastes to you.
Well,
like she
I
does.
get all my recs from her. Like she got me into Cassie Clare. Like I feel like I can't even think of them. I think I read Brando Sando because she read Brando.
Did she read the Immortality books? Yeah.
And the Stalking Jack the Ripper.
Yes.
She reads so many. She finds the best books. She really does. Like a lot of ones that I haven't heard about. I started reading. What is it called? A Curious Beginning. It's like I don't know. But she just finds the best stuff that I just like haven't seen everywhere. And again, like I had heard of Cassandra Clare years ago, but she started reading her now, and I was like, oh, I can start reading that now. Like I don't like, you know. And I like thrifted all the books because obviously that was like such a big thing forever ago. But she has the best recommendations. I feel like I watch a lot. I feel like I go through phases too. I don't know. I feel like Katie's reading is probably where a lot of my recs come from that are like fantasy, probably. Or like historical.
Yeah. So like on Book Talk, you're just like scrolling through Book Talk, not like...
I never take recommendations from Book Talk.
Yeah. So is your For You page like... Are you on Book Talk, or is it just like random For You page?
Partly Book Talk, but I wouldn't say like all of it. I would say I love watching a daily vlog on TikTok.
Yeah.
I love
like
watching
a lifestyle
vlogs.
TikToker.
Yeah, I love watching fashion girlies, even though
Yeah, like what content do you consume? Since you're in the BookTube world, do you only watch like
I watch a lot of
content?
BookTube. I watch a lot of vlogs, lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Yeah, me
Books
too.
and lifestyle.
Yeah.
Is probably what I consume. TBR jars. They're fun.
I actually could like replay all of them. They're the best videos to watch ever.
Make
on
my
the edge of my
TBRs,
seat,
like,
like what
20
prompt's
books
gonna come
long.
up,
Yeah.
what book is she picking for the prompt,
they're
and sometimes
so
I'll be
fun.
picking it for you, and I'll be like, I hope she picks this
I
one.
get so excited to like show
Everyone-
the options, and you're like, this maybe I
I
could do
feel
this one. I'm
people
like,
know
which
my
one's she
TBRs
gonna
so well.
pick?
Like they're so fun.
They're so good.
And I love a reading vlog.
Yeah.
Like I love a reading vlog.
I love a reading vlog too. They're
Even
fun.
if there's no like theme or like reason. Like
Yeah.
even if it's just like mood reading.
Those are my favorite ones.
Yeah, what are your favorite
to
videos
film.
to film?
I think reading vlogs too, but I like when it's like fun little challenges.
You do really fun ones.
Those are my favorite because it's like makes it fun, and like it makes
Yeah.
it fun to get a book off my TBR
Yeah.
in like a fun way.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
You're definitely so creative with
Yeah.
the challenges that you come up with.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Those are
It's like
fun.
top tier. I'm like, wow. I'm always blown away.
Thank you.
Jaws
What you
on
gonna
the
Those are
do?
floor.
fun. Yeah, like, what's up my sleeve?
Yeah.
I do
Literally.
Have a fun, I
What's
do have a
next?
fun one next. Do you have a favorite movie or TV show? Like, do you have a top for those?
I'm not a huge movie or TV show person. I don't watch a lot.
I was about to say, I feel like I never hear you like talk about
I don't
media.
have a TV.
Like, in all?
Like in my house.
Is that like normal in Australia? I'm like, does no one have?
TVs don't exist in Australia.
We actually talk to each other here.
No, I'll just like watch things on my computer. Like it's
Yeah.
not like I don't watch things.
Does Liam not like TV?
Wait,
like that?
neither of us do.
Wow.
Yeah, he watches stuff on his like phone
Yeah.
or computer as well. I love Gilmore Girls. That's probably like my comfort show.
I love it. I can't wait. I only like start rewatching it like in September, like in the fall. Ooh,
I've
it's
never
my favorite.
rewatched it. I need to.
No, like I watched it for the first time last year, and I know I'm going to rewatch it like in
Maybe I'll
September.
try it. This fall.
It's kind of a bit of nothing, but
yeah.
It's
like
a
background show.
characters. It's just characters that you get
Yeah.
into.
movies. High School Musical.
Valid. I love High School
I
Musical.
love High School Musical.
Who doesn't?
What else? I feel like I love Fast and Furious.
Oh yes, you did talk about
I'm
that
a
when
big
the new one
Fast
came
and
out.
Furious girly, which is a bit.
I feel like I wouldn't guess that.
It's literally Daisy Hates.
That's true.
Why are we sleeping on Fast and Furious? Daisy Hates girlies.
I need to get into Fast and Furious now. Like TV or movies or reality or anything that you like better.
Yeah, Survivor.
'Cause I feel like US is so popular.
Survivor. I
Oh,
love.
yeah.
Actually, okay, I take it all back. I love Survivor.
Just like reality shows.
Yeah,
like
but
Love Island.
Australian Survivor is the like actual best, but I also love Love Island.
you
I
get-
haven't.
Did you watch the new UK one? They're in New York
I
right now.
started it.
I found out this morning. They're having
With
their
who?
reunion right now.
Oh,
The whole cast.
I like watched maybe like 4 episodes.
It's really good.
I
It's
need
like
to
one
keep
of the best
going. You know how you have
seasons.
to like watch it for a while before it gets
Yeah,
good?
because you don't know them yet.
Yeah,
They don't feel like
they're not besties
yeah,
yet.
not yet.
But I also love Love Island Australia.
So good.
It's so
Underrated.
Good. It's so
It's one of the
underrated.
best Love Islands.
It's really good.
The second season's my favorite.
But yeah, I'm more so a reality TV girly
Yeah,
than I am
me too.
anything else. I'll watch Love Island and Survivor are like my 2 shows that I'll watch every year usually. But didn't watch.
Those are good
Love Island.
ones. Have you been waking up being like, I can't believe I'm in New York?
Yeah. Every time I look out the window, I'm like, huh? Like I'm in a movie.
You're hearing the constant noise.
Yeah, the noise.
Yeah, the sirens. I'm like, wow, so magical. No, but it is. It's such a vibe.
It is.
The honking. You guys honk so much here. Or maybe it's just a city
It's
thing.
just New York. Well, I mean, people probably honk
They
everywhere,
did
but
it
like
in Boston as well.
the cities,
The city,
you're honking. Like the
yeah.
light's green, you're honking, and no one's going.
Well, that was
That
another
second.
thing. Australia, it's illegal to jaywalk.
I'm pretty sure it is here too.
It's illegal?
I'm pretty.
I mean, people still do it in Australia. It's not like we don't.
Okay.
If you saw me looking over here, I do have a little notepad.
Oh, I literally didn't even notice.
Okay, we're gonna play a fun little game of Kiss, Marry, Kill.
Okay.
This one's our favorite because it gets really hard.
Yeah.
Because killing off one of our favorite characters is really hard.
Ooh.
So, we're gonna start with okay, BJ, Dorian, and Lauren Hale.
I'm gonna kill Dory.
We didn't know who like your favorite
I-
SJM
I-
character was.
I like Dory,
Okay.
but he's not my like top tier. I'm gonna kiss BJ
Yeah, that's a good one.
and then marry Lo. I think Lo would be a great husband.
No,
yeah, I
we
agree.
talked about that in the podcast episode where I said he's mean to everybody else and that's fine,
But
but he's never mean to Lily.
Yeah, I think I'm a bit of a Lily.
Okay, the big 3: Miles, Gus, and Win.
That's really
Yeah.
mean of you to do
Yeah,
that.
this one's hard.
And win. I think. Oh. Guys, this is really hard.
I know that's
Not to put pressure on you.
I'm trying to think like who I would like my personality would maybe like mesh best with. I think I might be marrying Gus
Mm-hmm.
and maybe kissing Win and killing
Oh,
Miles.
really? Did we do this one? I don't think we did.
No.
What can I hear your answers?
I think I would kiss Win. This one's gonna hurt a lot. I'm gonna marry Miles. I don't think me and
Really?
Gus would get along like that.
Really?
See,
I don't think he's like that type for me. I don't think.
What is it
Love
about
him, though.
Miles that like
I just think the way he listens to her and how he's very
Yeah.
like casual and calm and just like his little acts of service and the way they like banter with each other. I liked him. I saw Chris in him a little. So I love him.
Oh,
Your turn.
I think I would have to. Who's it? Gus. I'm killing Miles.
Yeah.
Like we knew that, but I'm marrying Gus because how I said Win and me are too similar. Like I just don't feel like that ever works. Like if you were the same person in the ways that me and Win are the same, it could never work because I feel like one person has to be the solid foundation, and it's not gonna be me. He's so caring. I like you know how he's so caring, but not in an explicit way. Like it's kind of hidden, but like you know that he does, and like he'll say things, and you know like that.
Yeah.
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 Valid.
Another valid one.
Yeah.
Okay. What were your most recent 5-star reads?
My most recent 5-star
I know
reads,
Out on a Limb is one of them.
I actually had 2, like, literally
Oh, on your
in
travel
the last
days?
couple. No, I have
Oh.
like barely been reading, but like right before I left, Firefly Lane. Was
Okay.
One of them. And then The Final Empire was the other one.
And I remember all
You
the letters
remember
and stuff.
everything.
I don't know
Her
how.
memory's like insane. What's the animal that has like the best memory? I learned this
Elephants?
once. Is it an elephant? You've
Did you know in
you've got
Horton
the
Hears a
memory?
Who,
I
where they're
know.
like the elephant in Horton Hears a Who, where they're like elephants something. They say something in that movie.
Maybe
about
that's
it.
where I
Elephants
learned
never
it.
forget.
But they are scared of mice.
That's literally.
Isn't that
me.
so cute?
That is
That they're so big and they're scared of
Man,
something
they're
so
scared.
small.
So cute. Okay, that's the last one I had. Do you have any more?
No.
That was a fun little game. A fun
That's
little
really
time.
cute. That was really
fun.
hard.
Thank you so much for coming on Bookmarked.
Thanks for
Thanks for being
having
our first
me.
guest.
That's so special.
I know.
It is.
I feel like our chats. I feel like I'm on Love Island. Our chats are really good.
Thanks for the chat.
Thanks for the chat. Can I pull you for a chat? Imagine we bump into Love Island cast. Oh,
That'd be
I actually
crazy.
can't think about it. This was
Sarah
really
would
fun.
probably start shaking like Sachi.
No, literally. Seeing them in person, they're all just so beautiful.
They're
like, are
so
you real? Anyway, thank you guys for listening, for watching, for joining, and thank you, Rachel, for
Yeah,
coming
thank
along.
you.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for
The next ep.
the next ep, and if you want to watch any content from our little trip, Rachel, I'm sure you're
We're
making
gonna have
lots of
Rachel
travel
linked
content.
down below.
Yeah.
Go follow Rachel. It's gonna be in the
Yes.
above description.
We hope you guys enjoyed, and
We'll see you next
we'll
Wednesday.
see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers. That was probably really hard.
Wait,
for
I
her.
want to take a picture of our microphone.